The town that was erased from the map in the United States, there is a town that has been burning for more than 60 years. The fire is underground. No one can stop it, and experts say it could keep burning for another 200 years. The strangest part, this town once had schools, families, businesses, an entire community. But today, it's almost completely gone. This is the story of Centralia, the town that was erased from the map. In the early 1900s, Centralia, Pennsylvania looked like many other small American mining towns. The town was built on one of the largest coal deposits in the United States. Coal mining created jobs, and hundreds of families moved there to work in the mines. By the 1950s, Centralia had more than 1,000 residents, several churches, local shops, and schools filled with children from mining families. Life was simple. Most families depended on the coal industry. Beneath the town, a massive network of tunnels stretched 4 miles underground where miners extracted coal that powered homes and factories across the country. For decades, the mines brought prosperity, but they would also become the reason the town disappeared. Everything changed in May of 1962. Like many towns at the time, Centralia had a landfill where residents dumped their trash. To reduce the growing piles of garbage, local workers decided to burn it. At the time, this was a common way to manage waste. But there was a problem no one noticed. The landfill was located directly above old abandoned coal mines. When the fire was lit, flames spread through small cracks in the ground, and those flames reached the underground coal seams. Once coal catches fire beneath the ground, it becomes extremely difficult to stop. Coal can burn slowly for decades, moving through tunnels and seems like a hidden underground river of fire. At first, no one realized what had happened. The fire was invisible, but underground, it had already begun spreading beneath the town. Over the next few years, strange things began happening in Centralia. Residents noticed steam rising from the ground in certain areas. Some patches of soil became unusually warm. Cracks started forming in roads and sidewalks. Through those cracks, toxic gases began escaping from the burning coal seams below. Carbon monoxide and other dangerous fumes slowly seeped into the air. Scientists later discovered that the underground fire had spread through miles of coal tunnels. The fire wasn't burning in just one place. It was moving, slowly consuming the coal beneath homes, streets, and buildings. Authorities tried several ways to stop it. They attempted to dig trenches to isolate the fire. They tried flooding the tunnels with water. They even tried sealing underground passages, but every attempt failed. By the time they understood how large the fire had become, it had already spread too far underground. The fire kept burning, silently, beneath the town. For many years, life in Centralia continued despite the warning signs. But in 1981, something happened that shocked the entire country. A 12-year-old boy named Todd Dembuski was playing in his backyard. Suddenly, the ground beneath him collapsed. A massive sinkhole opened beneath his feet. The hole was over 40 meters deep. Inside the hole, thick smoke and extremely hot gases poured from the ground. The boy nearly fell into the burning pit below. He managed to grab onto a tree root while his cousin pulled him back to safety. The incident made national headlines. When authorities investigated the sinkhole, they realized the terrifying truth. The underground fire had weakened the ground beneath the town. More collapses could happen at any time. Centralia was no longer safe. Soon after the sinkhole incident, the government made a difficult decision. In the 1980s, the state of Pennsylvania began relocating residents. Families were offered money to move away and abandon their homes. Many people accepted the offer, but others refused. For generations, their families had lived in Centralia. Leaving meant abandoning their history, their memories, and their community. Over the following years, most residents eventually moved away. Houses were demolished, schools were closed, businesses disappeared, entire neighborhoods were erased. Ivanitalnes zip code was removed in 2002, something extremely rare in the United States. Slowly, Centralia faded from existence. Today, only a handful of residents remain. Most buildings are gone. Nature has begun reclaiming the empty land where streets and homes once stood. But beneath the ground, the fire still burns. Experts estimate that the underground fire has spread across hundreds of acres of coal. Because there is still fuel underground, The fire continues moving slowly through the coal seams. Scientists believe it could keep burning for another 200 to 250 years. Visitors who come to Centralia sometimes see smoke rising from cracks in the earth. In some places, the ground is still dangerously hot. Standing there, it's hard to imagine that an entire town once existed above this silent underground fire. Centralia is now one of the strangest places in America. A town that wasn't destroyed by war, not by hurricane, not by an earthquake, but by a fire that no one could see. A fire that started with a simple decision to burn trash and slowly erased an entire community from the map. Today, most maps barely mention Centralia at all, but deep beneath the hills of Pennsylvania, the fire continues to burn, hidden underground, and it may continue burning long after the town itself has been forgotten. If you enjoy real mysteries that history still can't explain, subscribe, because the world hides more secrets than we think.